Hello traders, in this video we'll be doing a weekly analysis on the pair GBPJPY in multiple time frames for the upcoming week. Now by the end of this week's market close on Friday, we can see that GBPJPY on a weekly time frame right after making a retest to this major key level and also this uptrend channels upward trend line over here, it started showing signs of this bearish momentum over here, which led GBPJPY to come all the way down and find strong support around at this key zone over here. Now this attempt of GBPJPY gaining this bearish momentum after retesting this key level and also this uptrend channels upward trend line could either be GBPJPY's attempt to make some deeper pullback and come all the way down to retest this uptrend line once again in continuation to this uptrend channel that it has been respecting for a really long time, all the way from here to all the way over here. As you can see, it done the same thing previously as well. After making a retest to this upward trend line, it came down all the way to retest this uptrend line once again. So this move could also be another move, something like that, but it needs to make a breakout of this key zone with further bearish move to come all the way down to retest either this key zone or make a retest to this uptrend line. Now if you go to this daily time frame, then you can see how GBPJPY after making a breakout of this uptrend line in respect to the which GBPJPY gained this bullish engulfing move over here. So after making a breakout of that uptrend line, it went up to make some pullback over here, and after that it created this ranging phase in between this to like this key zone over here. And in our previous weekly market analysis, we were expecting a trade on the breakout of this ranging phase from GBPJPY, and like as we expected, GBPJPY made a breakout of this ranging phase with this bearish engulfing move over here, and is currently making some small pullback right around here. So GBPJPY might all the way come down to like retest this key zone over here, which we talked about in the weekly time frame as well. Now another thing to notice here is that as you can see how GBPJPY also created this beautiful major chart pattern over here in this daily time frame. Can you guess like the notice what kind of chart pattern that GBPJPY formed over here? Let me draw it out for you guys. So as you see how GBPJPY created this beautiful head and shoulder pattern in this daily time frame over here. So that's the head and shoulder pattern over here on GBPJPY. As you can see, this being its left shoulder head, and this being its right shoulder over here, and this being its neckline, which is the major support zone which we talked about in the weekly time frame. So there's a high chance of GBPJPY coming down. As you see how GBPJPY formed this head and shoulder pattern in a daily time frame, which holds much more value since this head and shoulder pattern is formed in a daily time frame rather than in a shorter time frame like a minute to hourly time frame like that. So there's a high chance of GBPJPY, if makes a breakout of this neckline like this key zone with further bearish move, then might come down all the way to probably retest this key zone or like the uptrend line which we talked in the weekly time frame as well. Now if you go to this 4-hour time frame, and you can see the same head and shoulder pattern over here. Let me hide this head and shoulder pattern from this hourly time frame. So my anticipation for the upcoming week on GBPJPY in this 4-hour time frame is that GBPJPY, if continues with further bearish move and makes a break and close below this major neckline, like this major support zone as well, with further bearish move, then we can go to shorter time frames like 30 minutes to 50 minutes time frame like that, and look for certain structure over there, and then we can look for trades on the breakout of that structure with further bearish momentum in hopes of GBPJPY coming all the way down to retest this key zone over here, which you saw on the weekly to daily time frame as well, right around here. And a retest on this key zone might also be another retest on this uptrend line, or GBPJPY could also come down with further bearish move to make a retest on this uptrend line as well. Now you can also see how GBPJPY has this clean candle over here. So there's not much other key level over here where GBPJPY might come down to instead of this key zone over here. So a break and close below this key zone with further bearish engulfing move might lead GBPJPY to continue coming down all the way over at this key zone. And since it would also be making a breakout of a major head and shoulder pattern on a daily time frame, so there is a high chance of higher momentum on the breakout of this key zone over here from GBPJPY. However, instead of GBPJPY making a break and close below this key zone, if GBPJPY finds a strong support around this key zone or over here and makes a break and close above this key zone, then it might come all the way to retest this key zone. And if it continues with further bullish move and makes a break and close above this key zone, then it might come all the way to retest the previous resistance zone of GBPJPY, which is this one, which we talked about in the daily time frame as well. right around here, but it needs to make a break and close above this key zone, like this right shoulder of GBPJPY, for GBPJPY to continue coming with further bullish move to probably retest this key zone over here, or all the way up to retest this key zone over here, which is very highly unlikely, seeing how much of a bearish momentum that GBPJPY currently has, and seeing how it formed this head and shoulder pattern and also this momentum. So there's a high chance of GBPJPY coming down with further bearish momentum if it makes a break and close below this key zone. So that's my analysis on GBPJPY in multiple time frames for the upcoming week. And if this video helped you guys, then please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and also give this video a thumbs up. And to know the regular updates on my trades, like when I take the trades, I do update everyone about the trades I'm taking on my Instagram page. So if you want to know about those things, then make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. The links are given in video description, and also I'll give a link to this whole trading view chart in the video description as well, so you can see where all these key zones and all these trend lines and stuffs are. So I'll see you guys on the next week with another analysis video on GBPJPY.